Okay, we should be able to line these up. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Uh, I was not gonna come back to this channel. When I posted that last of the playthrough, I figured that was gonna be the end of this channel, actually. Um, but no. I have new plans. That kind of summarizes like my journey with YouTube almost. It's like I'm always like it's kind of been my journey with life. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I always leave stuff and then come back because I have unfinished business. Sometimes I just need to like put things down and then go look elsewhere. Uh, and then I figure out some of the things that I'm missing or like a clarity about the direction I want to go, and then I come back and it sounds good, but it's not always. Uh, I think I'd be closer to my ideal if I wasn't like that. But then that begs the question, should that be my ideal then? You know? Interesting thought. But, anyways, I am sitting here at 3:50 in the morning because I cannot sleep, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot sleep, okay? And I decided that I was going to do one of these videos tomorrow. And I was like, well, since I cannot sleep, I might as well go ahead and do it today. Um, Luckily, I have power. And you may be saying, well, T, what does that mean? Well, Florida recently had a hurricane come through. And because I live on the East Coast, not far from Florida, a tropical storm affected our area. Now, typically, when tropical storms affect our area, that means we're going to get a little bit of rain and it's going to blow over and it's going to be fine. That is not what happened this time, ladies and gentlemen. 98% of my city was without power Friday. Power lines are down all over the place. Trees are down all over the place. And big sections of our city are still without power. That happened. So the storm came through Thursday night. Was pretty much done by Friday morning. And it is Sunday night. Basically Monday morning because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. And we just got our power back. So thankfully, we've been able to get through it relatively painless. I know some of my other family members have more trouble than even we had. And there are other people out there. I want to say our death count here was up to 25 people. So that's 25 families that went without somebody that they probably didn't expect to lose this weekend. So you always have to take that into account and send condolences. And when you're saying prayers, keep that there. Partially thankful that it's not your family, and partially in grief because somebody that you've never met is gone now. And somebody else that you've never met has to deal with that. So it's never fun thinking about those things. It's never fun talking about those things. But it's also not fun dealing with those things. And it's even less fun dealing with them than anything. So, if other people are dealing with them, then I feel at least saying something, maybe not does anything, but it's just the right thing to do. So, yeah, condolences out to all the families and just thankful thankful that we got through that. But it's just so awesome because I talk all the time about like modern conveniences and how much they've improved the world, and we don't know it until times like this. Like, just the fact that during this weekend, we were able to go to like 7-Eleven and charge our phones up and be able to sit in there and have random conversation with strangers that are also there for the same reason, and eat good food because they have a kitchen there, and be able to get there without having to walk because we can use our modern cars and go a mile up the road. Instead of 20 minutes, it takes 5. um it's a blessing, and it's some of those things that, like, until you're put in a position where you have to appreciate it, you kind of don't. You kind of just overlook it. um but we have a lot of things like that in our modern day lives that, if we stop and just take the time, we'll probably realize they're a lot cooler than we give them credit for. Like, I just think it's dope that, like, a couple of 100 years ago, there was no way to get water for yourself unless you went out and got it, like, yourself. And now, like, modern convenience is to the point where we can leave our homes. Like, I could leave my house right now and there's a store open, at 4 o'clock in the morning, where I can get bottled water, and it's gonna cost me like, what, $2? Like, that's awesome. That's just kind of awesome. It's kind of awesome when you think about it. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm always this grateful. I'm always just thinking about these things and being so grateful. And Lord knows that's not the case. I'm just saying that when you do think about it, again, not that it does anything, but it's cool to talk about, and it's worth pointing out, and it's worth the reminder. Um, because sometimes you need a reminder, you know. Um, and we're always grateful when we can get those. I just wanted to make sure this is still recording. Now, I will say about the channel, this was unplanned. Like, having my phone and having it up here for my microphone and everything was very much unplanned. But I actually kind of like the aesthetic of it because it kind of reminds me of, like, the interview channels, like, where they go around and they just put their phone up in front of somebody and they're like, "How do you feel about global warming?" And they just, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'm doing it, like, myself, for me. It's kind of dope. And I am recording this. Now, the crazy thing is, I have another smartphone that I could use that would be better quality. I have a camera that I could use that would be better quality. But I like using this little handy cam and putting it here and being able to flip my screen around and kind of shooting in, like, some ass video quality and having some real lo-fi audio. Because it kind of just reminds me of, like, early YouTube, you know? And, like, that kind of, people call it fake nostalgia that's going around right now. But I don't think it's fake. I think it's, like, the first group of kids that grew up with the internet full scale are, like, adults now. And that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird for all of us. And the internet has changed so much since we were kids. I think it's just our version of that, you know? Like, it's not really like fake nostalgia. I just think that every era does some cool new shit with some old shit. That's in every era. And it's because, like, fashion pushes forward because people want to try new things that make them feel cool. And what makes them feel cool is really, like, pleasing almost the world that crosses over with, like, their inner child and their creativity, and then their adult mind, body, like, it's like that crossover there is what produces new waves in like fashion culture, music, everything. And so it's like everybody, whenever they talk about what they're inspired by, they're trying to recreate something that they saw when life was the most new to them, and trying to do something even better, trying to put their own spin on things. But your own spin on things is always going to be informed by what you grew up on. It's just impossible to get away from. So, you know, all that to say, I like the aesthetic, and I liked my lo-fi video before. And so I just want to keep doing that. Okay, that's it. That I'm doing it because I want to do it. So if you don't like the trend, if you like, cause sure, is it a trend at this point? Sure. But if you don't like the trend, if you don't like the quality, then hey, there are plenty of other channels for you. That's just not what's gonna be happening over here anymore, okay? That's all I'm telling you. It's just not gonna be happening right here. Listen, T-Dub ASMR is not for everybody, okay? It's just for people that like T-Dub ASMR. And that's fine. Like that's cool. We can do that. Now, the cool thing I will say is, I don't know how accurate this thing is going to be, but there is a live transcript going on because this is a Google Pixel, not the 8 or the 9. Now, it's not the 9. This is the 8, right? I got this last year. So if they're on the 9, this is the 8. Yeah. Or is this the 7? This is the 7. This is the 7 Pro. That's what this is. So I'm 2 generations behind. But this is the 7 Pro, and they have a live transcript feature while I'm doing this. So hopefully, if this works well, I can also put a transcript on here. And that'll help for just algorithm purposes, because the algorithm likes transcripts and stuff. Nothing that you guys have to know about, but no one cares. But hey, we're rambling. I actually been going for 12 minutes. That's interesting because I got on here, didn't have anything in particular that I wanted to do. I'm just a yapper, okay? But that's what makes me good at podcasting. That's what makes me good at ASMR. I can just get on here and yap, okay? And it just works because I'm a yapper. And as long as I'm sitting here yapping, somebody's going to sleep, somebody playing a game, somebody doing some work, somebody just sitting back with their eyes closed. You know what I'm saying? Just vibing. Somebody about to accidentally go to sleep. You know what I mean? Like this. Listen, I done been all of those people with ASMR, okay? I've been all of those people. Most people say that when they get into the making it, they no longer like to watch it. And I don't understand that. I don't like watching my own content. Okay, you guys are this is gonna sound really weird because I yap a lot. So obviously I have to hear myself while I'm talking. But I don't particularly like listening back to myself. That's so weird. But I have to do it. Like I do it for my podcast. I do it for this channel a lot. But I don't like any of it. Like, okay, say ends up being like a 20-minute video. I'm going to rewatch this whole 20 minutes, right? I am going to hate every second of it. Like 14 minutes feels like a very short amount of time. Actually recording this, it is going to feel like a very long amount of time listening back to it. I promise you. It's just how it goes, bro. I don't know. Like, I can't tell you. That's just how it goes. It goes like that every time that I do this. So, yeah. My main computer is down my pop's house. I'm at my mom's house. Oh, guess that's a new development that I didn't think to tell you guys about, because this is probably a familiar setting. I know the thing in the back is different, but like this obviously doesn't look like the last place you guys saw me for like 2 years. Yeah, so then, yeah, 2021. So 3 years ago, you guys have seen me. You guys have been used to me in my apartment for 3 years. And I am no longer in my apartment. I came back at the very end, like December of last year. Um, it was not good circumstances that led me back here, but I won't talk about it. Just know it wasn't good circumstances. I'm okay. I'm okay, because I know someone's going to ask. Obviously, I made it through that situation. Um, Not better than I started, though. Not better than I started at all. But, hey, look, things happen. A lot has happened. A lot has happened since the last time I recorded. Oh, yeah, guess you guys see that, too. Cut the head. Cut the head. I actually really liked my hair. It was just like I was transitioning and there was a lot going on in life, and I felt like my life took like a big shift, and I just felt like I sound so lame because I always call people lame that do this stuff, but I did feel like it was time for just a transition and like appearance and everything. And so I went back to low cut. Uh, some days I kind of miss my hair though. But most days I don't though, because it is a lot of maintenance. And that wasn't even the most annoying part though. The most annoying part is sleeping with it, because it's like, dude, head wrappings never stay on my head. It always makes my pillows dirty. It's a lot. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. Even like my hair is clean, but there's so much of it. I just sweat, so it's like it's a lot with hair. It's a lot with hair. So yeah. What are we gonna be doing on this channel? So I'm moving all of my Dokkan stuff. All of my Dokkan stuff will be going to a new channel. And if I don't leave the link in this description, I'll just make a whole video about it. So if you're here for the Dokkan Battle ASMR, you can go ahead and leave this channel because there will be no more posted on here. And I'll just re-upload all of those other videos. I'll just download them and re-upload them on the new channel into like a playlist. So we have them there. Or I might just leave them up on this channel and make a playlist with like the links to those on that other channel. That's probably what I'll do. Um, so yeah, that just won't be on here no more. I'm not gonna be doing any gameplays, anything. If you see something on this channel, it's going to be a ramble video like this, or it's gonna be an eating video, or if I just have some like creative idea that I want to shoot. It's gonna be one of those kind of videos, but it's gonna be very laid back. We're gonna be lo-fi style every time we prop out. You're gonna see this probably in a 4:3 ratio. We gonna be doing that every time we pop out. That's how we taking this channel. This is just my own little personal thing that I want to do because I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm gonna have that Dokkan channel going on. I'm gonna have a non-ASMR Dokkan channel going on. The 2K Basketball Association is coming back. The Grandma Table Podcast is staying strong. The Dub Dialogue Podcast is no longer an ASMR podcast. It's a regular podcast called Your Corner of the Internet. If you're subscribed to it already, then you've probably already seen that. If not, there will be a YouTube channel for it soon, but you can go ahead and get it wherever you get like your major podcast, Spotify, Apple. They used to do Google Podcasts. I don't think that's a thing anymore. But wherever you get your podcast, you're going to find it there. That's going to be there. Let's see, what else am I doing? My Nerd at Night channel, I'm recording stuff for that. I'll give you an update once stuff comes up available for that. Yeah. And then other than that, just regular stuff that I'll go into in like another video. But yeah, this video is about 20 minutes. It's gonna be a little over 20 minutes. So we're gonna head on out of here. Thank y'all. Peace.